Welcome back to the Fantasy Bros YouTube channel. This week, week 14, fantasy playoffs. We're talking about lessons learned.
What did you learn, Max?
What did I learn?
Yeah.
What did I learn?
Yes.
Is T.Y. Hilton back? Oh, yes, he is. Yes, he is, boys. We asked that question last week, and here he just proved us. He was watching this video. He's like, yo, Max, I'm about to show you what I'm capable of. And Philip Rivers, he finally understands who his best receiver is.
Oh, yes, he does.
And T.Y. Hilton, we know how talented he is, and finally Philip Rivers does too. Going forward, this guy could be a league winner. 5 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown. He got a touchdown in like the last 3 games, I think. The volume is there. Play him.
Could I stay with the Colts for a minute?
You can.
Jonathan Taylor is the best rookie running back in the draft class.
Oh my God.
I know Akers looked unreal, but he had 29 carries. Taylor hasn't gotten that workload yet. Give him 29 carries, he's gonna outproduce anyone in the league.
How many do you think he'll get? 29 carries.
How many yards do I think he'll get?
300.
I think he'll. I think he can get 200. Against the Texans, if they give him 29 carries, I think he get 200 yards. The guy looks unreal. He breaks off big runs. He broke off a ton against the Raiders. Raiders have a poor defense. Winner. Definitely a league winner. And there's a bunch of good running backs in this class, but Allaire's been underperforming because he doesn't get the workload. Swift's been good. Akers looks like he's doing good.
One of the best rookie draft classes.
One of the best in every position, literally every position across the board.
Insane how good they are.
Offense, defense, everywhere. What do you got, Zach?
My first one is Monty is so good, and in these great matchups that he continues to have, he produces so many numbers. Pardon my language.
So large amount of numbers.
Yes. He had 11 carries and 113 yards. Okay, most of it came on his first carry for 80 yards and a touchdown, but
they were destroying the entire game. They didn't even need him.
And he gets the receptions, he gets the yards, he gets the touchdowns.
Back to back 20-plus point fantasy performances, and his schedule only gets easier.
Yeah.
Only gets easier.
Gorgeous.
And on that note, my next lesson learned is Trubisky's the best thing to ever happen with ARob and Monty.
Guy like what?
That is a fact.
Targets tonight, it's been crazy.
ARob is just eating. He's eating so much food. It's insane.
It's Thanksgiving for him every day.
This guy. If you're an ARob owner, you're banking, man.
I'm playing against him also.
You're making money. Monty also another 20-plus point performance. This guy, they're both going to finish super, super high in their respective positions because their schedule is so easy. And Trubisky also is a great quarterback start in fantasy. Love them, all three of them going forward.
Alabama rookie quarterbacks. They're legit. They both finished incredible weeks. Jalen Hurts got his first start after getting benched for Tua in the national championship a couple years ago.
Nice storyline there.
Eagles Dolphins Super Bowl,
but
maybe.
Now Hurts
Hurts
this week.
Really. He beat one of the top two.
Tua lost.
He beat like the top 2 team in the league, and Tua did. They both played against one of the top 2 teams in the league. I didn't even realize that. Chiefs and Saints are top 2 in most people's power rankings. And probably everyone.
And Jalen beat one, and
Tua lost to the other.
But they both did fantastic. Tua finished top 2.
They both played
this
great.
Week.
Yeah, Tua had a great game. They both had the rushing upside, and Jalen Hurts had over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah,
so
they look really, really good here. Going forward, Tua I like a little bit better, but also Hurts for Sanders and Goddard. They both get upside for sure.
My next one is Brandon Aiyuk can be a wide receiver 2 for fantasy purposes, and he has wide receiver 1 upside. He takes the reins as the wide receiver 1 on the 49ers, with Debo potentially being out for the rest of the season. He's a week-to-week start in every single league.
I even think he's a wide receiver 1 already.
For sure.
It's definitely possible.
This guy got 16 targets, 10 receptions, 130 yards.
Locked into your lineup. Don't even think about
it. You're a phenomenal rookie. You're going to win leagues.
The only problem is Garoppolo might be coming back, so we'll see how that works.
There's no reason for him to.
There's no reason for Kittle to come back or McCaffrey, and they still
Which is
all
why I
might
don't
come
think
back.
Kittle's coming back.
I didn't know you're the general
manager
of every football team.
Derrick Henry, look, we said this before. We'll say it every single week because he keeps doing Derrick Henry.
We'll say it after the season's over. If you want.
He will win you the championship. He will carry your team up. Look, you could bench every single one of your starters and just keep Henry in the lineup, you'll still win. That's how good this guy is.
Who would you rather have, Henry or Devontae rest of the season?
Would you rather have Henry or Devontae?
Yeah. It's crazy. That's a tough question. But
I would say Henry because of his schedule. Devontae's obviously, we're not talking about Devontae. We know how good he is. But Derrick Henry, he plays. I think he plays.
To say he's fantasy MVP?
Last week he plays Tennessee. He plays
the
Houston.
Lions and
the Packers.
Packers, and then if you have the championship in Week 17, he plays Houston, and he destroys the Texans.
Those matchups are unbelievably juicy. He will put up 30 points at least each of these weeks.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed 25 minimum. Okay, this guy's gonna eat.
He'll average 25 throughout the playoffs.
He's gonna destroy. You have him. You're winning. End of story.
Patriots turn to the Jets. Start any defense against both of these teams, as long as they're a solid defense. Patriots. You started the Rams defense against the Patriots. How many points did they put up? Like 24. 21 in standard leagues. And the Jets, you started the Seahawks defense. They had like 12 also, pretty much, against them. Any defense against these two teams, you're starting, and they're locked into your lineup.
Patriots just have so many like injuries
Cam
and
Newton,
opt-outs.
Cam Newton averages about 7 passing yards a game at most.
Yeah, it's
really so bad.
It's very stagnant, and the injuries are the reason for that. Who do they play? Who does New England play?
New England plays. I'll tell you who they play right now.
While we're waiting for that, Zach, give us your next lesson.
Continuing on with the theme of the Jets. Don't start anyone on the Jets ever. The rest of the season, they just suck. The Seahawks do not have a good defense, and they still put up 3 points on the board the entire game. So please do not start anyone on the Jets.
If
they
you
suck.
were, I feel bad for you.
Thanks for stalling for a second.
I got you,
Next
Joe.
week is a great matchup, actually. I don't know if this defense is streamable because someone might already have them, but the Dolphins are playing the Patriots next week.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic
yeah.
defense to
Dolphins
start.
will eat. That was a win
That's
matchup. That was
yummy
win
defense.
matchup.
Unbelievable defense to start next week.
For sure.
What's your next
My
lesson?
next lesson?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I'm going to name a bunch of star-studded players. Ezekiel Elliott, Terry McLaurin, and Tyler
Are
Lockett.
you still starting them or no?
They are no longer must-starts, guys. These guys have been dudding McLaurin at back-to-back like 30 yards. Lockett is very, very volatile, okay? It's either a 60-point fantasy performance or it's a 7-point fantasy performance, okay? He's not a must-start. And Ezekiel Elliott, without Dak, my guy. This guy is bad. He's atrocious. Against a terrible Bengals defense, he did not produce
Not
at all.
anything.
No longer must-starts. Let's go to Joe.
Avoid the Steelers at all costs, except their defense. Like every other part of their team is just doesn't look pretty.
What about Deontay?
Deontay is
Juju.
the only person I
Dropping
can.
balls. Claypool.
Deontay's the only person I
Juju.
consider starting, but Claypool doesn't get the target share anymore. Juju is Juju. The guy just knows how to dance. That's about it.
Yeah, go make your TikToks.
And Ben is a mid-tier QB2, nothing special. And who's the running back? I don't even know. Next,
James Conner has been dudding.
he like 10 carries for like 18
Guys
yards.
in
Something
RB3
terrible like
moving
that.
forward.
Average less than 2
tough.
yards a carry. How do you manage that?
It's really tough.
I couldn't even be that bad if I wanted to.
Not even close.
My next
It's like
lesson.
you're changing the pace of these videos.
My next lesson.
My
My next is Miles Sanders startable? I think he is because he plays the Cardinals and the Cowboys
Oh my
next
goodness.
2
So, yeah.
Cowboys
weeks.
championship matchup for Miles Sanders
Well,
and Dodgers.
Let's see if it checks out.
What
that's a phenomenal-
gorgeous matchups are those? And Miles Sanders is looking
That's
so
gonna be
good with
that's gonna
Jalen
be a
Hurts.
sick game. Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray. That's gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
So I think you start him unless your
there's
team
a
is
lot of
just
just, like,
stacked
running
like half of
quarterbacks.
our viewers are.
Or just
But definitely start him. I think.
Cam Akers must start
Locked in.
the rest of the season. The last 2 games, Seattle and New York. Right? New York and Seattle? Yeah.
Yep.
Those are
New
phenomenal,
York Jets.
phenomenal, juicy matchups. My goodness. And what did he do last week? 29, 171. And also got involved in the passing game. He looked phenomenal here, and he got so much volume. And he's going to have another plus game script because he plays the Jets, so they're going to be ahead. They're going to have to feed him.
Oh, yes.
Great matchup here. RB1 status. Amazing.
My last lesson. Swift's pass catching ability makes him an RB1 the rest of the season. Not even counting the matchups he has. He's going to be an elite RB1 as long as he gets the workload, and I think he will. So, lock him into your lineups as well.
Not enough said.
My last lesson is similar to what Joe said about Jalen Hurts, but I think he's a startable quarterback solely because he ran the ball more than Miles Sanders did. He ran it 18 times for 106 yards. Okay, that is his
Those
best
are Kyler
upside.
Murray numbers.
And he-
After beating the Saints, there's no way his coach is going to be like, stop running so much.
Exactly. And he's also an Eagles, similar to Miles Sanders. So he plays the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Okay? And if you need a quarterback, he's a great option.
Boys, you want to win your matchups, you want to win the rest of the fantasy playoffs and win that chip, bring home that trophy, and make us proud, go subscribe, go comment, and share with all your friends so we can grow and we can help you win